Start with prayers. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Can you all hear me, Prabhu? Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, we can hear you clearly.
Okay, all right. So, where were we yesterday?
We were at the part where Ravana, he kicked out his brother after he gave good advice.
Right. Yes. So in the last call, we completed that. Sri Ramachandra Prabhu and his associates, they constructed the stone bridge across this ocean, which was the gap between the southern Indian Ocean and the Lanka. Sri Lanka was 100 yojanas, 800 miles. And they constructed a bridge which is 800 miles in length and 640 miles wide. So, that bridge, it was constructed. And Prabhupada mentions this. So you see, law of gravity did not work there. So that is Rama's power. He can make float anything, whatever he wishes. That is the power, the willpower of the Supreme Lord. He can just impregnate someone just by his eyesight. That's all. Just by viewing it. That's how he has entire creation was created. Just with one view. He just with one glance. The entire creation was created and was manifested. Okay, now Rama and Lakshmana and everybody, they reached the northern shore of Sri Lanka. And the demigods, the Siddhas and the Charanas, they all blessed the Lord, and they're praying that his mission should be successful. And in fact, it is also mentioned that elsewhere that they performed the Abhisheka for Lord Ramachandra after crossing, and they all requested him, please rule this planet. And you see, in this effort, all the 5 elements of nature, they are helping him. All the monkeys also helped him. So, I think I said this past time before, but I'll repeat it here once again, that this is not part of the Valmiki Ramayana. This is in the other scriptures. So once what happened during the constructions of this bridge itself, there was a small squirrel, which we say. And in India, basically, if they do any small work, right, they compare with they say that, oh, it is nothing but just a small help of a squirrel. So what did the squirrel do? So this squirrel also wanted to help Lord Sri Rama. So what it can't take the big, big mountain loads of the rocks and throw in the ocean. But what it did, it used to go to the seashore, wet himself nicely in the waters, come back to the dry sand, nicely roll itself in the sand. And so what happened, all the sand will stick to his body, and that will have the weight of many times greater than his own weight. Then it will go to the stones where they are making the bridge, and it will just flitter around, like it will shake itself. And with that, all the sand will fall away. Then again it goes into the ocean, get wet, go to the sand, dry sand, roll over, come back onto the bridge, shake, and then it used to tap it nicely. So this was a service that a squirrel had done. So when the squirrel was doing it, some of the monkeys, they all looked at the squirrel and they laughed. And they said, "Oh, what is this required? What is this small service is going to help? Actual help is actually putting all the stones. That is a major thing. What this can do?" So then Rama observed it. Immediately, Rama ordered everyone to stop the construction of the bridge. They all came in front of Lord Rama. Rama called them. So they all came. And then they asked, "Why are you laughing at the squirrel?" So they answered, "Oh Rama, to cross this ocean, we actually have to build a bridge. What is this just, taking the sand? What it's going to help?" So, Acha, then he said, "All right. Why do you think that we are doing this, constructing this bridge?" Then all of them answered, "No, we will cross the ocean and then we will fight Ravana, we will kill him, and then we will rescue Sita Mai and come back." Then the Lord said, "See, if I wanted to kill Ravana, I don't have to do this. Right here, sitting here, I can kill him." How? Because he's a Paramatma himself. In Srimad Bhagavatam also, in the 5th canto, 19th chapter, there are a few verses of Lord Ramachandra and Hanuman there. So there it is mentioned that no one can separate Ramachandra from anyone because he is there as a super soul in everyone's heart as Paramatma. So actually, in reality, both Sita Mai and Rama cannot be separated because Ramachandra is there in Sita Mai's heart. It's only superficially that they are separated. So Rama said, "I just have to, the Acharyas have mentioned that I just have to get out of this heart of Ravana. That's all. Automatically, his soul can no longer stay in his body and he will die." So all of them, all the monkeys, when they heard that Rama can kill from right here, sitting here, even without crossing, he can kill Ravana, then they were perplexed. Why they are doing this then? Right? Then they came to know. Then Rama told, why we are doing all this is basically to give all of you the service. It's only for that, to engage all of you in the service of Lord Ramachandra. And also Rama has, so that, when he can do all this, then we can glorify him, write these Puranas, different pastimes can be exhibited. So that is one reason. That's why he says, Paritranaya sadhunam, when vinashaya dushkritam, dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, why I take incarnation every yuga is because of this. Paritranaya sadhunam. The first point is to what? Deliver the devotees. Paritranaya sadhunam. Then comes what? After that comes what? Vinashaya dushkritam, to destroy the miscreants or the enemies. That is a demons, basically. That is the next second part of it. The first part is what? To give association, to give confidence, to take care of the sadhus. And all these pastimes does what? It gives us that confidence that Avakshya Rakshibe Krishna, that the Lord will protect us. Then they understood, oh, we are doing, see, if the Lord wishes, whatever the service I'm trying to do, he can do it even without my help. He is Atma Rama. He is self-sufficient. We were just reading, right? There were so many, how many? 60 different definitions Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave it to Sanatana Goswami. One of that was self-sufficient. He's so self-sufficient, so independent that he doesn't need another woman to even to give birth. That's how, from the navel of Lord Garbhodaka Vishnu, Brahma had appeared. So Brahma appeared even without Lakshmi Devi's interference. He's self-sufficient. He does not need anything. But if the devotees do any service very lovingly, he accepts even the tiniest amount of service, which is done, purely. And one cannot think, okay, let me think, I'm doing very pure devotion service. No. That must be authorized by your spiritual masters. Okay, coming back. Now, everyone they constructed for the pleasure of Ramachandra, the bridge, they all came here. Now, Ravana came to know that the Ramachandra and his team has crossed the 100 yojanas of the ocean. This is inconceivable to anyone. It's inconceivable. So, Ravana, he called for some spies. And he said, see, I'm hearing that Krishna, Rama had made a bridge and they crossed. But no one can build a bridge over such a dangerous ocean. See, bridges were there even before. Not that it had appeared only now. The archways, the bridges, they were there from very long time. Okay, so that's why you see in Puranas, in Mahabharata, Srimad Bhagavatam, you will see that when the king, when the army, when they go, what's his name? When Balarama and there were others like in Mahabharata who says it is Nala and Damayanti. So when they have to ride a horse, so the distance which they cross, which they take maybe around 10 days to cover in a chariot, with very fast riding horses, they could cover in one night. King Nala had done it. Okay, maybe when I get a chance to speak on Mahabharata, I'll explain that. Okay, within one night, he covered some few, maybe a 1,000 miles or something, or something, a very huge number with horses. That's all. And that's kind of a riding. You see, those horses are also special. So when he was riding, he had to cross so many rivers. And the rivers are deep. Then how will they cross? The bridges were there even before. All right. So he said, Ravana was telling, I'm doubtful. I'm doubtful whether Rama had actually built that bridge. So he told to his spies, so both of you, you change your form into monkey and you join the monkey army. And then you observe their strengths and their plans very keenly. Then you come back and you tell me all about them. So who are those two spies? It was Shuka and Sarana. Okay, so Shuka and Sarana, they changed their forms into monkeys and they joined the monkey army. Now, who can identify them? Vibhishana can do it. So Vibhishana, he recognized and he captured him. And then Vibhishana submitted both of the spies in front of Rama. And then those spies, they cried for their life, protecting their life. And then Rama said, why did you come here? Why are you joining? Then they said, no, Ravana asked us to find what are your strengths, your plans. So that's why we took this monkey form and we joined your army. Now, Rama said, well, okay, if that is the case, why you have to do directly? You come to me and you ask, I will tell you. Why at the back door? No. So what do you want? You want this? Okay. what Rama did was he called for Sugriva, Vibhishan, and everyone, and he said, "Okay, show them now." Like each group has a leader, right? So every group, the leader of the group, you tell how many number of monkeys they lead, and what are their specialities. Everything you give the whole entire statistics to uh, Shuka and Sarana. So when this was happening, Shuka and Sarana were surprised. Normally, in these situations, they would be killed. Had it been Ravana, they would have been killed, because they tried to kill Hanuman himself, no? So Rama said, "No, see, you don't have any astras and shastras. You didn't come here to damage us. You are a messenger by the instructions of Ravana, and you fell at my feet. So I'll not kill you, don't worry. But you tell to Ravana that you yourself came here and you witnessed our strength, along with, Rama meant was, see, you tell to Ravana that don't send just 2 spies. Let Ravana come along with his entire army. Let them come personally. And let them make the measurement of the strength and numbers and statistics, everything." And then Shuka and Sarana, they couldn't stand there without glorifying the Lord. They praised Rama so much. They glorified him. And they blessed the spies of Ravana. You see, they are blessing Ramachandra that may you get all the success in your efforts. You see, this is the specialities with the Supreme Lord and his devotees. Enemies are coming and glorifying. Now, these Shuka and Saranas, right? They both went to Ravana. And they said to Ravana, I know you know everything. Okay, you know everything. But let me tell you some mathematics here. Okay. So in Ramayana, they clearly mention that you can all answer what is a number with, if it has 2 zeros at the end. How much do we say?
That's going to be 100, Guru.
100, right? Okay. You know what is it called, anyone, in Sanskrit?
I know lakh and then crow, but I don't know 100.
Okay. 100 is called Shata. Okay. Then one more, like you add 2 more zeros, what will happen? It will become 10,000. And it is in Sanskrit, it's called Dasha Sahasra. Sahasra is 1,000, 10 times of that. After that, there is a Laksha. Then there is a Koti. There is a crore, which we say 1 crore. It is Koti. Then, like that, it goes on. Okay. So, then let me tell you the numbers 1 second. Okay. So this is the shloka which they say. Sharnas and Shuka and Sharnas are telling this. Shatam Shanku Sahasram Mahashanku Smritaha Mahashankhya Sahasranam Shatam Vrindam Ihochyate Shatam Nrinda Sahasranam Mahavrindimiti Smritam Mahavrinda Sahasranam Shatam Padmahi Ochyate. Like this, around he gives the entire statistics class for around 10 verses are there, like 10 lines are there like this. So he says that Shata is 100, Sahasra is 1,000. A Koti is basically 10 million. One followed by how many zeros? I think 7 zeros is called a Koti. Then there are 100,000 Koti is called a trillion, like that. Okay. So 1 trillion, and then I'm trying. Basically, 1 trillion means 1 followed by 12 zeros. Okay, that is 1 trillion. Now he gives the numbers. You see, if it is 1 followed by 17 zeros, it is called what? Mahashankhu. Then you add 5 more zeros to it. It is called 100,000 Mahashankus. That is, it is called Vrinda. Then you add 5 more zeros to it. So you see, it is told that in computer, normally, I'm not sure, maybe right now we can, we might have advanced, but at least a year ago, or maybe they said a computer calculator can only deal with 1 followed by 23 zeros. That is 10 vrindas. 10 vrindas is 1 followed by 23 zeros. So even the scientific calculator what we have, it can only deal that much of amount of numbers. Beyond that, it cannot go. It'll give you an error of failure. But here we have, the statistics until what? I will tell you now. So 1 followed by 22 zeros is Vrinda. Then you add 5 more zeros to it. It is called Mahavrinda. Then you add next 5 zeros. That is 10 power 32. 1 followed by 32 zeros. It is called Padma. Then 1 followed by 37 zeros. Add another 5. It is called Mahapadma. Then you add another 5. It is called Kharva. Add another 5. It is called Mahakharva. You add another 5. It is called Samudra. 1 followed by 52 zeros is called Samudra. Then you add another 5. It is called 57. That is 1 followed by 57. It is called Augha. Add another 5. It is 1 followed by 62 zeros. That is called Maha Augha. So the Shuka and Sarana, they are giving the statistical lesson. After that, they said each leader in the Rama's army, they have few Maha Aughas of monkeys. Not 1 Maha Augha. 1 Maha Augha is 1 followed by 62 zeros. They have Maha Aughas of Maha Aughas. That means 10 Maha Aughas, 100 Maha Aughas, 1,000 Maha Aughas. Like that, how many? Maha Augha into Maha Augha. That is 62 plus 62. That is 1 followed by 124 zeros. That is the number of each leader. So they said, Ravana, even if we try to count the army of Rama, the numbers, we don't have that much capacity to count also. I can simply say they're unlimited. See, this is a Vedic science. Our Vedic science was much higher than the present day technology. You take the present day technologies, any technology you see is what? It has some impact. Like without exploiting the nature, you wouldn't get that. Any technology, if it is mobile phones or a computer, there is some exploitation of the nature because of the signals. Birds, recently there's a documentary. So many birds are dying because of so much of harmful rays, 5G and all those electromagnetic waves. They are getting distorted with their directions. So much of exploitation. But we had that technology that once you will know all that by yogic practices, and you can do whatever you are doing right now, you can do that, but without causing any natural or environmental disturbances. That was a power. So now they explain that Ravana, we became so fearful of them. All the army have filled the caves, the mountains, the forests, everything. We can't see a tree or a leaf, nothing. So Rama and Lakshmana, they came with that much army, and they are all standing at the northern shore of Lanka. So you have to be very careful while fighting with them. Either you defeat them before they start the war, or you return Sita Devi to Rama. You see, Shukans and the spies are suggesting to king that once the war happens, it is for sure that you can't beat that number. Okay, so either you defeat them before even the war starts, you defeat them, or you should return Sita Mai. See how many times they are asking. Ravana is getting a good advice, but he's not taking it. Then Ravana said, "You all have seen the army, right? Now tell me about their strengths and their weaknesses." Then the Shuka and Sarana said, "Okay, let's go to their balcony, and I will show." So now Ravana goes to open the balcony along with Shuka and Sarana, and now he points out. Ravana is pointing out, okay, who are they? What are their strengths? Then Shuka and Sarana, without hiding anything, they spoke the truth. See, he's Nila, he's Angada, Nala, Shweta, Kumuda, Rambha, Sharabha, Panasa, Vinata, Hara, Dhumra, Jambavan, Dambha, Sannada, Kradhana, Pramadhi, Gaja, Gavaksha, Mainda, Vivida, Hanuman. And Shuka and Sarana, they both explain their strengths and all of about each of those warriors. And they say, Ravana, they're not ordinary people. Their nails, the nails that they have, their nails are their weapons. They can powder the stones or the mountain peaks just with their feet. They can kick the domes of the palaces. Each of them have some, I said, Maha Aughas, Maha 1 followed by 62 zeros. That many amount of monkey army behind them, each of these leaders. And they both of them, they explained Hanuman in specific. See, he is that Hanuman, you all know. He is the one who jumped 100 yojanas of the ocean and he came this side. He met Sita Mai, he destroyed Lanka, and he went back to Rama. Then finally they explain Rama and Lakshmana. Yacha yesha anantaraha shuraha shyamaha padmanibhekshanaha ikshvakuna matiratho loke vikhyata paurushaha yasminna chalate dharmo yo dharmam na ativartate yo brahmam astram vedamaha cha veda vidam varaha yo bhindyad gaganam banaihi parvatamaha cha apidarayet यस्य मृत्योर इव क्रोधः शक्रस्य इव पराक्रमः यस्य भार्या जनस्थान स्थिता चापि हृता त्वया स एष रामस्त्वां योद्धुं राजन् समभिवर्तते. Do you see that vibrant person? His eyes are like lotuses. He is a chief warrior among the Ikshvakus. He's sitting in the middle of all the army. His heroism is well known across the world. His sense of duty never wavers. He never breaks the dharma. He's always follows the righteous path. He knows He knows how to release the Brahma's weapon, Brahmastra. He's conversant with the Vedas. He's the most learned of all the Vedic scholars. He can shatter heavens with his arrows. His anger is equivalent to that of a death. His valor is equal to that of Indra. His consort, Yasya Bharya Janasthanat Sita. His consort is Sita, who was taken away by you from Janasthana. He is Ramachandra, who has come here to wage a war on you. The spies could not control themselves from glorifying the Ramachandra. They know that if they try to do it, they're going to get killed. But they didn't matter. They said, no, this is the truth. Whether you like it or not, this is the truth. This man, Yacha Esha Dakshine Parshve Shuddha Jambu Nadaprabha Vishala Vaksham Vakshastamra Aksho Nila Kunchita Murdhajaha Esho Asya Lakshmano Nama Bhrata Prana Samapriyaha Naye Yuddhe Cha Kushalaha Sarva Shastra Bhratambaraha. This man, Rama, he is having the radiance of a pure gold. He has a Vishalaksha, broad chested, wide eyes, with black and curled hair. And you see, there's one person who is standing next to the side of Rama. He's called Lakshmana. He's interested in the care and welfare of his brother. He's skilled in the leadership of combat, excellent among the wielders of all the weapons. This Lakshmana, Krodha, he's an angry person, difficult to be conquered. He's victorious, he's wise, he's mighty. He has always been the right arm of Lord Ramachandra. And he's the outward moving life of Rama. You see the prana, right? When we say, Nama Bhrata Prana Samapriyaha. See, when we all there, right? We know that our soul is inside our prana means our soul, life force is inside our bodies. He's saying this Lakshmana, he's outward, he's moving outside, but he's actually the soul of Ramachandra. Just to say that means how close they are. Next to Rama and Lakshmana, he's King Vibhishana. Now that Vibhishana is also ready to wage a war against you. Then you see that person, he's Sugriva. He was banished from the kingdom by Vali. And at that time, Rama, with one arrow, he killed Vali. And you know that how Ruma, Tara, and the entire kingdom, after killing, it was all given to Sugriva. It was a blessing of Rama on Sugriva. So Sugriva is with utmost gratitude. He's standing next to him. So, Ravana, by this time he should know. See, Ravana was unconquerable by Vali. When he approached Vali, what did Vali do? Vali wrapped Ravana with his tail, and he jumped to all the different seashores. The southern seashore. From there he went to eastern, then northern, then western, and then he came to Kishkindha, and then he released Ravana from his tail. That Vali was killed by Rama. So Ravana should understand, right? Oh, he's not an ordinary person. And now he's saying, Sugriva, he is with utmost gratitude. That means even he cannot afford to lose this battle. Because whatever he has got today is because by the mercy of Lord Ramachandra. And he had done the Agni promise on the fire that he will help. So even he cannot lose this war. And this Sugriva is approaching you to make the war. He has, again, he gives that number, hundreds and crores of Shankas. He says one, again, the entire statistical class, he gives that. This much of army is behind Sugriva. The whole army of Ramachandra, it looks like an ocean. I'll not be able to count the number. That many monkeys are here. Now, Ravana, he became very angry. This is called moodha, foolish. See, these such kind of people, right? Even if the truth is presented in front of them, they will not agree to it. So Ravana now started, shouting at Shuka and Sarna. He's saying it is not at all befitting to utter such words to me. Irrelevantly, unnecessarily, you're praising them in front of me. It looks like, Shuka and Sarana, you have not learned properly from your teachers. So how can you talk like that, about our enemies in front of me? Looking at the way you have told me about our enemies, I should immediately kill you. But you see, because you all have done some good in the past, I'm unable to kill you. In my mind, you are already dead. Leave, get out of this place at once. See, Shuka and Sarana, they know what Ravana is not going to listen. See, everything he is telling the truth, right? This is the number of Ravana himself asks, what are the strengths and what are the weaknesses? But that is only outwardly. Actually, what he likes is only glorification of him. If you see someone like this in your life, it means that they have some demonic nature. They don't like the truth. So now both Shuka and Charana, they were praising Ravana as a king, and they left and they went away. Then you see, now these spies, they were not helping him. So helping him in the sense, they did their job, but in fact they praised the Rama's army and came and went away. So Ravana again, he calls for another spy. And then they said, now you go into their army and you tell me about them. Basically, he wants someone who can talk pleasantly to him. He doesn't want the truth. And you see, just because another spy has gone, do you think the reality will change? No. It is the same number, the same strength, nothing has changed. But he wants to hear that is pleasant to him. Now, so Shardula goes and sees. Now, Shardula also comes back. And again, he starts glorifying the army of Rama. So, now Ravana is thinking, why all this war? It is for Sita Devi. If Sita Devi becomes Ravana's, you see, he is not coming to his senses, actual senses now. Ravana is thinking that why this war is because of Sita Maya. If Sita Devi becomes the wife of Ravana, then immediately Rama will no more fight this war. He will go back. There's no point in the war. So what he thought is, okay, if Rama is killed, then Sita will become his. But that will not happen before the war, because he may not kill Rama right away. But what he can do, he can create an illusory form of Lord Ramachandra and show it to Sita Devi that he is killed. So he called for a demon. His name is Vidyujjihva. Okay. So he created a head exactly like that of Ramachandra. And also the bow and arrow that Ramachandra has. And he kept all this ready in front of the Ashokavanam. Now, Ravana comes there. He picks up that bow, arrow, and the head of Rama, the dead head of Rama, and he enters into Ashokavanam. And then in front of Sita, he appears and he said, that Rama who had killed the 14,000 Kharadushanas has been killed. You are a fool. Your husband has died. So you have become mine and you'll become the principal queen. And now you listen how I killed Rama. When Rama arrived in the northern seashore of Lanka, I was taking rest at night. My people entered the forms of a monkey. They joined the army. And when everyone were asleep, my dear minister Prahastha, he went and he beheaded the sleeping Rama. Vibhishana is also captured and is brought into Lanka. Looking at Rama being killed, Lakshmana became very fearful. And along with monkeys, Lakshmana, he ran away and he escaped. So we couldn't find Lakshmana and all the monkeys. Sugriva was also beheaded. And Hanuman, he also left his body because he was being injured. He was injured by his army, that he also died. Mainda, Dvivida, everyone is killed. Now, because all the leaders were killed, all the monkey army was in panic and they ran away. So with this Vidyut Jihva, this demon, for my happiness, he got the Rama's head. And then he called Vidyut Jihva, please come and show what you have to Sita. And then Vidyut Jihva, he opened and he rolled that head and the bow arrow in front of Sita. Immediately Sita Devi, looking at that, she became unconscious and she collapsed. And after regaining her senses, she was lamenting left, right, and center. And at that time, Ravana, he again threw the illusory bow and head at Sita. Can you imagine what is the plight of Sita Devi there? All alone. Go to even to think that the soul of her life is killed in front of her. And she's lamenting and she's hitting her head to the ground. And Valmiki Maharshi says here that it looked like as if a banana tree was uprooted by a cyclone. So they have, in detail, they have mentioned the plight of Sita Devi. It is very difficult to explain also. Say, if anyone reads this Ramayana, for sure they're going to cry. So when this was happening, she was lamenting, rolling on the ground and doesn't know what is happening. And she's still thinking, why my life has not left this body? At that time, some guards, they came and they approached Ravana. And they said, my dear king, Prahastha is waiting for you to tell some urgent news. Please meet him. So he left that place instantly. And immediately when he left, what happened? The illusory head and the bow and the arrows, they also disappeared. But Sita Devi's misery was not over. She couldn't realize at that time that this is all Maya. So she was still crying and lamenting. At that time, you see, Sarama came. Sarama is Vibhishana's wife. This is the reason why he kept, Vibhishana did not leave along with his family. He kept his family back in Lanka. So Sarama, she came there. So she said, see, Sita Mai, I heard everything, whatever Ravana has told you. I have a very deep love and friendship with you. So you listen to me. Okay? Don't worry. Ravana does not have the capability to do such acts. No one can kill Rama and Lakshmana when they are asleep. It is totally unbelievable. How did you even believe it? It is an illusory form, Maya, that he has created this head and bow with that Maya energy. That is why you see, when he left, all this head and bow this disappeared. And don't worry, Rama will destroy this Lanka and kill Ravana. But for that, my dear Devi, please, you need to come back, be strong. You need to nicely pray to the Lord. And you perform the worship of great devotees and the Supreme Lord. Now, after this, even before this sort of happened, now this news of this, now this cannot be hidden. All this monkey army has come there. No one can hide it. So Kaikasi, who is Kaikasi? Kaikasi is Ravana's mother. Then Avidra, then Malyavanta. Malyavanta is Kaikasi's brother. It means uncle of Ravana. So along with her, her generation, they all came to Ravana and they said, please return Sita Mai to Rama. We are seeing bad omens everywhere, Ravana. We are seeing everywhere the bad omens. Ramachandra, he built a bridge over the sea, which is inconceivable. Nowhere it has happened any time in the past, or will it happen? He has crossed here, and Lanka will get destroyed. Please listen to us. You return Sita Mai back. The mother, the uncles, everyone begged. But Ravana, he did not listen. And he became very angry. He said, this is my nature. I'm not going to change. Do you think building the bridge is so great? No, anyone can do it. This Samudra is basically just a small canal. That's all. You see, this is the moodha, foolish. Anyone can do it? No. That is his perception, fool's perception. Then Malyavanta is the uncle of Ravana. I said, Malyavanta, he blessed him. Okay, you're not listening to us. Okay, we bless you. You may be successful. And all of them, they left. Now, you see in the Sri Lanka, where there are two mountain ranges, which are very close to each other. One is Trikuta, okay, mountain, and on which Lanka is. And there's another mountain next to it, which is called Suvela. And this is where even Hanuman stood, and in the Sundarakanda we discussed that Hanuman stood on that mountain and he watched the entire Lanka from there. So Rama, in the next morning, they all reached the Rama and Lakshmana's, Hanuman, everyone, all the leaders. They reached the Suvela mountain, and from there they all looked at Lanka, and they could also see Ravana's chambers, and they could see this all glistening or shining, beautiful marble palaces and fortresses. So they saw that under a white umbrella, Ravana looked like a black cloud. He is wearing very expensive clothes, ornaments, happily sitting on a throne. This was seen. When this was seen, Sugriva also looked at him. He became so angry at him that, you see, this is a friendship, There is one thing called sympathy and there is another word called empathy. Do you know what is the difference? Anyone can answer. What is sympathy and empathy? The difference between that? Hare Krishna.
I'll try, but I might not be correct. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Try, Mataji.
Sympathy is like I can feel your pain, like I understand your pain, something like that.
Okay. And empathy?
Empathy. Well, I don't know. It's very similar, I guess. Probably something is different, but I'm not sure.
Like empathy means share the feelings.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, you're very close, Mataji. Very close. So I'll tell you. So sympathy is basically more feeling of a pity over another. In South India, they say pavam, like that, pap. Oh, aisa ho gaya. Like showing a feeling of pittiness. Empathy is the ability of to understand how someone is feeling. Like, imagine you yourself in their shoes and you're feeling that. That's the same thing. How you would feel when the same situation is faced by you. That is empathy. So, it is said that the friends, right? True friends will actually empathize. The devotees also have that qualities. Not sympathy. Empathy is like to actually feel it. So in this case, what happened? Sugriva, he is a very dear friend of Rama. He saw Ravana enjoying like that in his quarters. He was unable to stand there and tolerate it. He didn't do anything. Ravana was there in his play doing whatever his sense gratification is. But the first look of when he had of Ravana, he couldn't stay there. What he did, he jumped directly from Suvela mountain. He jumped into Ravana's open terrace. He looked at him. He became so angry. And he took out the crown from his head. He smashed that crown onto the ground. He pushed Ravana to the floor. And he said, I am friend of Rama. And Ramachandra, he's the one who protects all the universe. I'll kill you. And he started fighting with Ravana. And Ravana could not tolerate the blow of Sugriva. The way Sugriva was smashing Ravana to the floor. See, Ravana was not prepared. He's always half drunk and all those things. But when Sugriva was hitting him so hard, he got some of his senses back and he was trying to fight. And then he did a Maya Yuddha. Yuddha means fight. Maya means illusory. So it is not easy to succeed such kind of Maya Yuddham. Why? Because you cannot see him. He can disappear in front of you and he'll appear behind you and he'll hit you. And now Sugriva is getting beaten up. Now Sugriva realized this. And at once he jumped back to Suvela mountain's peak. And he stood next to Ramachandra. Okay. This is the feeling, empathy of a friend, you see. But now, what do you think Rama would have told? Rama said, Sugriva, never ever go like this. Suddenly, don't go like this. If anything would have happened to you there, what is the use of getting Sita back? Say for your own wife, you're going to lose another friend, best friend. No, that you wouldn't allow. As a true friend, no, you don't die. Okay, don't die. I'll try my best. Let me die also. It's okay. You don't die because of me. So Rama is telling Sugriva, I thought if Sugriva does not return, then I'll immediately kill Ravana, I'll coronate Vibhishana, and then I'll kill myself and leave the body. So this is how merciful is Lord Ramachandra. If you have left the body, I don't have any wishes to go back. So Sugriva, don't do such acts again. Then Sugriva apologized and said, Rama, the moment I looked at him, I was unable to control myself. That is why I went to him. But don't worry, next time I will not do this again. Then Ramachandra, he ordered all the monkey army, and he told them that, you see, Ravana's army. Now, Sugriva would have got killed, right? If that fight would have continued, there's a possibility that Sugriva could have left the body. So, with that realization, what he did is, Ravana, he called all the monkey army in front of him, and he ordered them that none of you will change your forms, because many of those monkeys, they had powers that they can change their forms, like Hanuman. All of them have that. Most of them have the leaders, especially leaders and other great monkeys, they have that power to change their forms. So he said, don't change your forms into the demons, because demons have done it. They have changed their forms into monkey, they came here. Similarly, the monkeys, they can also want to change their forms and try to kill the demons from behind. So Rama said, don't do that. Why? Because I will be releasing some arrows. And if you change your form, then that arrow might kill you. I'll not know. Because of me means because of my arrows, even if one monkey dies, there is no use of this war. Okay. So, except 7 of us. Who are those 7? Rama, Lakshmana, Vibhishana, and 4 of his ministers. Nobody will ever be in the human form. Everybody will be in the monkey form only, in your original form. So then they made some plans, and they were getting ready to fight the war. They were all bringing the big trees, the rocks, the mountain peaks, and they all said that we are all ready to fight. But now Rama said, but before we start the war, let's send a word to him and ask him to return to Sita. Let's give him the last chance. And he said, you tell to Ravana that I can destroy this whole Lanka if Sita Devi is not returned. Please tell this to Ravana. So now who goes as a messenger? Angada. Angada is the son of Vali. Okay, he goes as a messenger to Ravana. And he said that I'm a messenger of Lord Ramachandra. He asked me to say few good words to you. Rama is actually ready to kill you along with your sons and family. But please return Sita, and this war will not happen. And Rama will, along with Sita, they will return to Ayodhya. But Ravana, what did he say? He said, immediately capture this monkey and you kill him. You see, at least before Vibhishana was there, and Vibhishana at least tried to stop when they tried to do it with Hanuman. And they tried to kill Hanuman. Said, you cannot kill a messenger. But now there is no one. Now Angada, he is not an ordinary person again. He stood very firmly there. Many demons came there. They held him. They tried to capture him. Okay, so just imagine this scene in the courtyard or in the assembly. Angada is there, and all the demons they came. They fell upon Angada, and Angada is very very strongly. He's standing. They all captured. One is capturing his hand, leg, nose, or whatever, his hair, whatever, every finger. And what did Angada do? From there, he just flew into the sky along with demons, not just him. Along with every demon, he flew into the sky and he stood on the terrace, breaking, as he was going on in the sky, he broke the terrace because there is a ceiling on top of their head, right? So he broke all the roofs, the terraces along with the demons. And how he held all the demons he had, and he held them under his armpits and hands. He went up, he smashed the demons onto the floor after going up. And all the demons got killed. And again, Angada, with one jump, he came back to Ramachandra. Ravana saw that. Right in front of him, someone has killed the demons, smashed them, or destroyed the courtyard or the entire assembly. Now, Ravana, next he saw that all the monkey army, they have surrounded the Lanka city from all sides. And he saw that these monkeys don't have weapons. And what did they do? They brought huge trees and they brought the monkey mountain rocks. So all the forest around Lanka got destroyed. Okay. So because of they took the big trees, the rocks, they destroyed the outer whatever they had, the archways, the buildings. They destroyed with their fists itself. Big, huge domes, big domes, they were also destroyed. And then they saw the walls were destroyed. Then you see, you remember that how Lanka is, as Hanuman says, that Lanka is surrounded by a river, big water body where there are, or who are those crocodiles and all ferocious water animals are there. So what did they do? They buried that Agartyas. Agartyas is that water body, water river-like channel that is around city. That was very easy task for them. They buried it. Because they brought the big mountains, the lumps of soils, they brought and they dropped it in the water wall. Then they put grass, the branches, the trees, the leaves, and they filled the entire Agartya, or the water channel. So now to destroy the Lanka, the monkey army, they further approached. So Rama was on the eastern side. Okay. And he was with Kumuda with 100 million, Shatavali. Then there was Shatavali in the southern gate. Western gate was headed by, to attack, was headed by Sushena monkey with a big amount of army. Northern side was, eastern side was with Kumuda. Northern side was with Rama, Lakshmana, and Sugriva. They were all there on the northern side. Then Sugriva was asked to take care of the northwestern corner, and Ravana was in the north. They all made a plan. Then Ravana was about to attack in the northern side. Indrajit was given the western side. Because most dangerous, they saw that the most powerful monkey army, Vanarasena, was coming from these two directions, north and west. Okay, now the war started. Okay, all the demons, right, who go against the dharma and they're fighting for Ravana, right? All the demons who go against dharma. See, this war was not just between two monkey, Vanarasena, and this Ravana. There were many other kingdoms also who helped. Actually, it is mentioned that the demons, they reached from other places. They all reached Lanka to help Ravana. And they fought for Ravana. All the righteous people who followed dharma, they joined Rama's army. Because they also want to help in the service of Ramachandra. So now from all different gates, the demon leaders, they came out 1 minute. Okay. Now from all different gates, the demon leaders, they came out and they started fighting. So Vibhishana was fighting with Shatrughna demon. Sampati, the minister of Vibhishana, was another Sampati. He was fighting with Prajanagha. Hanuman was fighting with Jambumali. Neela was fighting with Nikumbha. Gaja with Tapana. Sugriva with Praghasa. Lakshmana was fighting with Virupaksha. Rama was fighting with Agniketu. Rashmiketu. Rama was not just fighting with one. He was fighting with Agniketu, Rashmiketu, Yajnakopa, Mitragna. Then Mainda fought with Vajramushti. Dvivida, he fought with Ashani Prabha. Nala with Pratapana. Sushena with Vidyunmali. And these monkeys were throwing mountain peaks onto the demons. And some demons got powdered under them. And some demons were able to powder these mountains. So many animals and snakes, they are running away from see, when they get the peaks of the mountain, on those mountains there are animals, there are snakes and all those stuff, right? See, normally we see that there is only one Hanuman who brings the one mountain on his palm. He brings it to save Lakshmana and Rama. But there are other same kind of other monkeys who can also lift the big mountains. So when they are bringing, all the animals are there in that, and they are falling along on the demons. And you see this picture, when these animals and snakes are falling, the demons are powdering the mountains, and on the way they are eating those animals also. Demons are eating. So it was like, they're having snacks while fighting. This was the entire picture. Okay. So this fighting goes further and further, but I think we're already 10 minutes away. I will discuss this further in detail in tomorrow's session. Okay. I'll stop here.